On the so-called Connected Vehicle Pilot Deployment Program. Now, it aims to make traffic flow more smooth in downtown Tampa, everything from vehicle and pedestrian safety to new technologies. And it's one of the only 3 pilot programs in the entire country. So what does it mean, and what will we actually see? In depth now to learn more. Joining me right now is Bob Fry with the Tampa Hillsborough Expressway Authority. Bob, good to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
We're talking about the Connected Vehicle Program. Let's start off from the very beginning. So you've been awarded one of 3 places in the entire country to test these kind of new automated systems. Tell me specifically how you got that grant and what's the goal of it, what you're trying to accomplish.
Okay. Well, first off, it's a contract with USDOT. It is not a grant. And how we basically accomplished that was about 18 months ago to 2 years ago. We were talking around the Expressway Authority, looking at how's the best way to provide the best service for our customers going into the future. Mm-hmm. And the autonomous and connected vehicle world was the big item at that time. So we decided that our agency has a history of innovation. The reversible lanes that we have going out to Brandon. We're the first toll facility in Florida to be all electronic. So for us, trying to stay on that cutting edge is what we try to do. And once we started looking into it, and we found that this really has some legs, we teamed with FDOT and put on the first Connected Vehicle Summit in Tampa, which was 2 years ago. We joined the USDOT affiliated testbed program, and through that is where we really found out about this project and this program. So when they came out with the connected vehicle solicitation, we looked at our area, looked at the Meridian Avenue, which is a roadway that the Expressway Authority owns and operates, and we thought about what type of problems do we have on these roadways, what do we see typically. So we looked at that and came to the conclusion that a lot of these problems potentially can be solved through technology, or at least made better.
Right. So
we put together a team for this particular solicitation. H&TB Corporation was who was our GEC, was our lead. Siemens Corporation, Booz Allen Hamilton. So it was a City of Tampa, Hart. It was a private public team. We worked with both sides.
Now, to separate, so right from the top, when you talk about autonomous, everybody goes, oh, that means where I sit back in the vehicle does it all. Connected is a little different than that, because what you're trying to do is gather information and then somehow feed it back to these vehicles and these drivers to let them know, hey, you got a road problem here, there's a road slowdown here, the traffic may be bad. So that minds of what a lot of people think. So are these vehicles, when you collect this data, if I'm driving that roadway, how do I know that there's a problem in such and such a place? Okay.
Well, basically, the way that moving forward it will be is all autonomous vehicles will be connected vehicles, because they're going to have to connect to the infrastructure. But not all connected vehicles will be autonomous vehicles.
Okay, so you can have a mix of both.
So you have a mix of both, and the problems that are out there aren't going to change.
Right.
We're still going to have pedestrian crossings. We're still going to have wrong ways onto interstates. We're still going to have red light running. But the technology that we're looking at through talking from vehicle to vehicle, vehicle to infrastructure, and vehicle to smartphones and to people, we're able to push that information out there to them to let them know of what the situation is and what the potential problems that they're running into, so they can make better decisions.
Okay, so do the vehicles have to have some kind of device that then provides this information for you to push it out to everybody else?
Yes, they will.
Okay.
And they're going to, as we move forward, you'll start seeing more and more vehicles coming off the line from the equipment manufacturers that have this information.
Technology built into the vehicle.
Technology is already built into it.
Like Audi is one of the companies that was trying to make this work.
Yes, and Audi actually was out on our roadway in 2014. They were showing us how they were testing the vehicle out there for a week. And
so if this works, like, let's just say a perfect scenario, if it works, the manufacturers are going to build this technology into their vehicles. Their vehicles will then report to some, master computer or something to tell them what's going on the roadways, and then this master computer will then relay that information to you. And how would you get that information if you're driving in your car?
Well, what's going to happen is the vehicles will be talking to roadside units. These will be units that will be along the side, just as it says, right along the side of the road.
Okay.
traffic management centers. City of Tampa's is in our building at the Expressway Authority on the second floor. So it's a mix of existing equipment with future equipment, so that they'll be talking about that. Where you will find the information and where the information will come out in the vehicle will be, for example, do you have one of those reverse rear lights when you put your car in reverse?
Oh, yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah.
It would show up there as a safety message to you. So it will be as part of your normal dashboard, and it'll be as close to your keeping in normal operating procedures as possible, so that you're not distracted as a driver.
See, I think the thing that freaks out people is that they don't understand that there have to be these interim steps that are taking place before you get the autonomous vehicle. And I think that maybe as more of us get familiar with these interim steps, like I can remember when they first came out with the rear cameras with your vehicles and with the little beeping and that kind of stuff, that people are kind of going, wow, well, what does this lead to? So when will this actually be? You have cars on that runway, that roadway, that'll be feeding information to you. How long will that be before that happens?
Well, actually, about 12%, from what I understand, 12% of the vehicles that are on the road right now are capable of doing this right now.
I didn't realize that.
Coming off of the line. As we move forward, they're looking at from the last meetings that I went to that I saw from NCHRP and some of the Transportation Research Board, those types of agencies, we're talking 2040 was a time frame that you're looking at for having total autonomy being capable.
Yeah.
And just to put that in perspective, our metropolitan planning organizations just approved the 2040 long-range transportation plans, which means this is in our planning horizon today.
I know, it seems like forever, like it's out there, but 2040 will be here so fast.
Unfortunately.
So what's been the reaction around the country to what you guys are going to be doing, and does it put a lot of pressure on you, or is this one of these things that we're going to build it into the system so that we're going to be able to monitor this very closely and find out? Like at the end of 3 years, what do you expect to find? Fewer accidents, less traffic time?
All the above. That's what we're looking at. Hopefully what we'll find is that accidents have reduced in the areas that the connected vehicle technology has been applied. That we've got part of our project works with HART, where we have not just buses, but also the trolley, where we'll be putting technology on them for right turn crashes and things like that, to make sure that those have decreased. That's a really big part of this particular contract, is the measurement of how we're doing that, and Cutter is on our team, Center for Urban Transportation Research at University of South Florida is on our team.
That's great. They'll
be providing the performance measurement and that measurement piece for us to report back to USDOT. So we're excited to see what this can show.
I know, 2040, man. I don't want to do the math on that day. I can't wait to see this happen. Bob, thank you so much, and make sure you come back and give us updates along the way, will you?
More than happy to. Thank you very much.
If you'd like more information on this project, made that pretty simply for you. Just visit our website at baynews9.com, and then we'll link you to the Tampa Hillsborough Express Authority's page. Just click the Scene on 9. And by the way, this is the final week to update your battery-operated SunPass. Starting New Year's Day, old transponders will no longer work. Officials are phasing out the old ones in favor of a newer model expected to provide better accuracy. We have more information online about that as well.